Well, here we are back at what is my home page, what they call a page on Twitter, and that's it's twitter.com/ and to be the Time Diva. So this is what would be up there in the browser. And when I first came to Twitter and saw all of this, I was very confused. So let me just walk you just a little bit on what is on the Twitter page here so that you get an understanding of what is actually all of this, what I call jumble, when I first came on here. If you remember when you filled out the name, your location, and your bio, that is appearing right here. So when someone comes to your page, they can actually read a little bit about you and where the URL that you want them to go to. And down here, we'll come back to this in just a moment. This is your followings and the number of updates that has been done on the page. Right here in this section is the latest update, or what they call a tweet or a message. The messages are limited to 140 characters. What is neat about this message, it was actually pulled off of my blog. So this is something you can do with Twitter as well. Let me scroll down just a tiny bit. And you're in this area here, and you're like, what the heck is all of this? Because that's exactly what my feeling was. It just, my head spin. And what it is basically, when you're seeing this right here, well, that's what was my latest update that appeared up here. And so every time you make a new update or put a new tweet message in, then it will move down, fall into here, and your latest one will always appear up here on the top one. It also says how long ago you put it up here as well. You're looking at these areas where you see an @ sign. But what this is I'm actually having a conversation between these people. And this is kind of neat because then you can actually have a conversation back and forth between your followers, those who are following you and who you are following. So you just do an @ sign. So this is actually in response to something that they have either put up there in their update or message or tweet, whatever you would like to call it, or they have sent me a personal message back on something that I have updated. So you're actually having a conversation. And right here we've got 1, 2, 3. There's actually 4 conversations kind of happening over here. But if you look at the times, they're not maybe happening all at once. So this is what this area is when someone comes to visit. So they don't see the whole conversation. They just see parts of the conversation. And if you come here, you'll actually see this little sign that says follow. So if you want to follow me, then you would just click that and you would start following me. And to get followers, you can also click on, this is what I did to get some of mine, you can click following. This might give just a few minutes to upload here. I highly recommend Jeremiah. He's got a wealth of information. Another good one is Anna Farmery as well. There's quite a few people here that really give a lot of good information on how to use Twitter. Sign up for Tammy. Tammy's great. She's got a lot of good info as well on using Twitter. She's kind of an expert, but just like I said, go down, and if you want to say, like, what is this person all about, you can then just go ahead and click their profile, and it will show up, and you'll see that same page there. Now, Jeremiah customized his background, as you can see, but here he's got everything that he has been writing about. And this is my test person that I've got up. So I'm going to go ahead and click follow because I'd like to have, him on, that I'm actually going to be following him. And it says, you are now following Xiaowang. So now that you're following him, on your when you actually sign in, you'll get to see all the messages and stuff that he has been sending back and forth. And that's just an overview on how to use Twitter.